I call out a walk. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Come here, Shala. Come here, Shala. I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Black people on drugs, and we suffering and dying. And I know it seems like you can do whatever you want to this people. I know it seems like this, but the time for glorifying yourself is soon at an end.
There was a curse on Ham that he and his people would be servants forever. So what's your point?
So
I know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going with this. Ain't no such a while, brother.
I'm just saying that I don't see how race has an issue with who's saved and who's not, because Jesus preached.
Okay, but what does that have to do with the curse of Ham?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Do you think that because you're black you're going to be a slave the rest of your life? Do you think that because I'm white I'm going to be a heathen? It has nothing to do with race.
It's not what I think. He just told you it's in the Bible. He just said it's in the Bible. He's been reading from the Bible. This list is from the Bible. This has nothing to do with how I personally feel.
I've never seen this world.
That's fine. There's a lot of things you've never seen in the Bible. I'm sure of it.
And there's a different way of interpreting.
I'm probably sure of it. But listen, let me tell you something. Let me rest your heart. Let me rest your worrying heart. You have a lot more things to worry about than 6 black men on the corner.
Like what?
Like Ebola, like ISIS, like terrorism, like God going to destroy America for the sins of your kingdom on his people, which are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Like, we are the least of your worries. You should just go home, kiss your son, tell him hello, kiss your husband goodnight, and just serve that man as well as you can, because when Christ comes back, he promised in this Bible to destroy America, and the survivors are going to be slaves. So that's what he said.
So who are you preaching to? Why are you in America? Like, what's your...
Well, I'm gonna tell you how we in America, since you don't know. Newsflash. 400 years ago, there was a ship called the Good Ship Jesus, loaded with slaves from top to bottom like sardines. And we were brought here, put on auction blocks, washed down and powdered, naked, and sold to the highest bidder. That's how we in America.
Then why do you have a Jamaican accent?
It's the same way. Jamaica had a plantation called Egypt, run by Thomas Thistlewood, a British Caucasian who was a slave master. How do I have a Jamaican? And she's so ignorant. This ain't even a Jamaican accent. That's to show you how ignorant white people are. As soon as you hear something foreign sounding Caribbean, Jamaica is the only thing that... There's more islands in the Caribbean, white woman. Don't you know that? Did you fail geography?
And there's more people that are white than just Americans.
Of course, there's the Russians, there's the Australians, there's Canadians, there's Spaniards. And God said the Caucasian race is going into slavery when Christ returns. Now, let me tell you again, I'm just giving you fair warning. You have a lot more to worry about than me speaking. Your future has changed. So why did you stop? Why did you ask me, where are white people on this side? Like, white people are supposed to be in everything. They got white people in ISIS. They got white people in the Black Panthers. Listen, white people are not in here. All right? White people are not ever going to be in here. Your future, according to this book, is slavery.
The reason I'm asking why white people are in here is because I say that every other race is listed with white. Like,
Africans are not there.
Well, a lot of Africans come from the... What?
A lot of what?
They don't like Ethiopians.
A lot of what?
They don't like Ethiopians.
Like the black Negride,
The Negride?
or
Chinese.
What is that word? That's a word you made up? Listen,
have you studied
listen,
mapping?
no, this is what we study.
There's no like black race.
Of course, there is not a black race. Black is a color. Like there's no white race. White is a color. But because everybody out here ain't had a $50,000 a year education like you probably had, we have to use the terminologies that everybody is familiar with. If I say the people of the Caucasoid race, descending from the steppes of Georgia, Russia, the Khazarian Empire, will anybody out here know who I'm referring to? But if I say white people, they're going to say, oh, you're right. You're right. Not everybody knows these terms. And furthermore, you called us black.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you call us black?
I did not call you black.
Okay, you right now representing your people. You represent America. You represent your kingdom. So the questions I'm asking you ain't asking Sally or whatever your name is. I'm asking you as I'm asking America. You called us black. We didn't call ourselves black. Just like you called yourselves white. We didn't call you white. Those were names that you gave yourself. Why? Because black means everything dirty, dingy, sullen, and dark. And white means everything pure and good and innocent and white. It's called white supremacy. You teach people that they are disgusting and teach everybody else that you are great. So by default, a child out the womb will look at you with more love than their own mother.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
We live and die for Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead. You mean another question? Let me correct you. Not a question, another question. Be proper when you come up here. It's a classroom. Go ahead.
What did Jesus Christ preach?
You tell me.
I'm asking you because you seem to know the Bible.
Okay, no sweat. No sweat. No sweat.
Because you're actually preaching the opposite of what Jesus Christ stood for.
Let's start with this. Let's start with this. Let's start with this. I can answer that question for you right now.
Go ahead.
God hates America. God hates America. Whatever I personally feel is irrelevant. But God hates America. Just like whatever you personally think about an Arab is irrelevant. Whatever you personally feel about the Arab Spring and ISIS and Saudi Arabia is irrelevant. What's relevant is that the government hates ISIS. So now, what I feel personally is irrelevant. What's relevant is that God hates, it's the Holy Bible, that God hates America. So now listen, you can go buy your own Bible. Go get your own Bible, go home.
Show you from in your own Bible.
Listen, you got a phone. It's called google.com. Pull up, listen, pull the scripture, we're going to find it if it's in there. You understand? Pull the scripture, we're going to find it if it's in there. Now, Jesus Christ came on the earth and told black people, Hispanics and Native Indians, that they are God's chosen people. Christ spoke against the Roman government. Christ spoke against the Roman occupation in Jerusalem. Now, this is where we're going to end it today. We are the Hebrew Israelites, right? We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We out here every week, day in and day out to teach the Bible, right? You can't say we're ignorant when you ask a question, I'm giving you the answer, and you in your own conversation. That proves to me you don't really care about the answer. You are looking for a loophole. You are looking for a loophole. I'm addressing this person. No, wait your turn. You see what I'm saying? We're the Israelite School. You have any more questions?
Nobody else talk.
I just gave you the answer. You're talking in class. That's why you ain't gonna learn nothing. When we go to your school, I can't cross-talk the professor. Right or wrong, brother? They send you to the office. You answer a question, pay attention. Don't talk, don't cross-talk. Ain't no cross-talking up here.
That makes sense.
I answered your question.
I asked you, why are you in America?
I already answered that. You asked a question after. What's going on? You're high in class? You asked a question right after that. I explained to you how we... That's where you need to be. Really? Give the white woman a hand. That's where you need to be. Listen, that's...
I'm not on a pedestal like you.
He need to be on the ground.
Jesus?
What did she say?
Jesus Christ.
That's Jesus.
Pull me up a black picture. I don't give a care.
Listen, is that Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ.
I am asking... Listen, you just pointed at the sign and said Jesus. So is that Jesus?
Give me a black picture.
Is that Jesus?
I don't have
It's
a
a
clue what
simple
Jesus
question.
looks like. I don't know
So
what
why
he
did
looks
you
like.
point and say
Because
Jesus?
that's
It's a representation of Jesus.
Based on what? Based on what?
On Christ.
Give me your black picture.
Based
I
on
don't
what?
care.
Just listen and answer. You said it's a representation. Based on what?
On history.
Based on what?
On history.
Where's your
Based
black
on what?
Jesus?
Based on what?
On history.
Based on what?
What? What are you asking me?
What? You said it's a representation. Based on what?
This to me like an 1850s mural of a white Jesus, the way they probably imagined him. Obviously, he did not look like
that they
that.
imagined him?
That's not my point.
Okay,
I'm saying
is Jesus Christ, is this book about Jesus Christ?
that the entire Bible all points to Jesus Christ.
Okay, so let's get it. In the Bible. Revelations 1 and 1.
Now read 2 words.
First to begin, what does the word revelation mean? I don't understand sign language, you
I'm scared
understand?
to use your language
I'm
because I may
asking
not
you,
be speaking the
what
right
does
language.
it's English.
It's easy. Revelation means revelation.
¿Qué es esta revelación? Apocalipsis.
Yo también hablo
¿Qué es esta
español, yo
apocalipsis?
entiendo todo lo que está
What does revelation mean?
Bueno, en español
What does revelation mean?
it means understanding.
No.
A.
Wrong.
B.
Wrong.
In the Bible, it means the end.
Wrong. Wrong.
Okay.
Revelation means to reveal.
Well,
The church called it the end. You know why the church called it the end? Because this book revealed the end of the white world. And they call it the end. That's why they call it Apocalypsis. But this book reveals something about Jesus Christ that nobody knows. Read.
Revelations chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So what?
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So this book is about to reveal something about Jesus Christ. Give me verse 13. It's about to reveal something about him. Why? Because everybody think that's Jesus Christ. Read.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
According to the Bible, who is the Son of Man? Who does the Bible refer to as the Son of Man?
You tell me.
Anybody knows?
You tell me.
Say that again, brother. Jesus, Jesus Christ. They said that's the Son of Man. And they said in the middle of the 7 candlesticks, what do the 7 candlesticks represent? What do the 7 candlesticks represent? Come on, Christians. You're all in church every damn weekend. What do they mean? What do the 7 candlesticks represent? Do you know?
I don't remember. Like the 7 churches.
Say it in Spanish. You was quick to talk in Spanish
Las
just
7
now.
iglesias.
What do they represent?
La
Yes.
verdad no me acuerdo.
What do they represent? You don't know?
Las 7 iglesias?
What do they represent?
What?
What do...
She's asking you.
Anyway,
I'm answering your question.
read it again.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
7 candlesticks represent the 7 churches that the Apostle Paul
He just said-
set up
he
in
just said-
Asia Minor.
Spanish and
Those seven churches that he set up, that's what the 7 candlesticks represent. And in the middle of that, John the Revelator seen a vision of Jesus Christ, the Son of Man. Go ahead.
One like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
He had a long garment on, similar to what these brothers wearing here. A long garment down to the foot with fringes. Go ahead.
With a garment down to the foot, and girded about the paps with a golden girdle.
The paps is your midsection. And he had on a belt, just like these brothers is wearing. Protect their midsection. Go ahead.
His head and his
Now
hair.
let's play baseball. Not postseason game. Let's play baseball. His what?
His head and his hair
His head, the hair on his head, and the hairs on his face.
were white like wool.
Or what?
Were white like wool.
White is a color, wool is a texture. Does that white boy on the ground there got white woolly hair?
No.
No. He got blonde stringy hair. Who got woolly hair on the earth? Who got woolly hair? Look at that brother right there. Look around. Look around.
My kid.
But you can call all those names, but what's important is that man don't got no woolly hair.
Nobody said that was
Right?
you did.
No, she just pointed on the sign and said, Jesus, you were here. Don't lie now, man. Don't lie. She picked the sign up and said, Jesus?
To her.
That's what she said.
Okay,
I am
why do you
proving
have
that
picture?
is
Why do you have
not
that picture
Jesus.
then? Why do you have that
Read
picture
again.
then? Why don't you have another
His
picture?
head and his hair were white like wool, as white as snow.
You see, white people don't really want no damn answer. They don't care about an answer. His hair and his hairs were white like wool. Strike one against that impostor on the ground. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And his eyes were red as a flame of fire. Red, fierce eyes. Does that picture got red eyes? Does this picture there got red eyes? Hell no. He got white eyes. You know why Christ had red eyes? Because he did drink wine. He had that fierce look. Just like every brother like to take a little drink. That picture don't got white woolly hair, neither red eyes. That's 2 strikes. Read.
And his feet.
And his what?
And his feet.
Did it say his boots?
And his feet.
Did it say his shoes?
And his feet.
They said his feet, his flesh. Go ahead.
Like unto fine brass.
Like what?
Like unto fine brass.
It said his feet was like unto fine brass. What color is brass? Pull a penny out your pocket right now. That's the color of brass. Whatever you want to call it, the picture on the ground or this picture right here ain't the color of brass. The Bible says that Christ had white woolly hair, red eyes, and the feet like as unto brass. Read.
As if they burn in a furnace.
As if they what?
As if they burn in a furnace.
This is a black man's book. Don't you see a brother who dark and say, brother, you look crispy, you look burnt? It said Christ was like if he burnt in a furnace. Christ was a black man, a beautiful black brother. He was not no white boy. So why you pick that picture up and point at it and say, Jesus? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tie it all back in. Wait till your turn. When she came up here, she said black, white. There is no black, white. You're right. You gave the labels and you painted Jesus Christ white because you told everybody that white was listen, you'll come to class late. You walked in late. She was here when I explained. Well, then you would have heard when I told her she is answering for America today. She is, yes, she is. Yes, she is. Today, she is answering for America. No sweat. So listen, you painted him white because this is a part of white supremacy. If you paint the greatest man to ever walk the earth, the man to give the blind sight and the deaf hearing and heal the sick and raise the dead as a white boy, then what hope do black people in Southeast have? What hope do Hispanics and Native Indians trying to survive in America have? None. None. That's why when white people go all over the earth, what do they say? I'm an American. That means untouchable. Hands off. You know why? Pick that picture up, man. Let me get that picture. Let me tell you why. When you go to church and the pastor say God gonna kill you, you know what pops in your head? Pop! This. That's right. You hear the Bible? Pop! This. That's right. You hear Jesus? Pop! It flies in your head. That's right. So you go to work and you see a man in a suit and a tie looking just like this. God hired me today. That's right. You go to court and you're a lawyer white and they get you out a case. God made sure I didn't go to jail. That's right. You understand? A black man could throw a damn football 100 yards, make a 100-yard return, hit a home run. He can box. He can play basketball. As soon as he get money, who gave him the money? Whoop! The white man did. So you know what I gotta go? I gotta leave my black sister who was with my black behind all through high school and get the daughter of God. That's why your ball players all get white women. White supremacy must die.
That's right.
The philosophy of worshiping the white man as God must be put to death. That's what we out here to do, man. We are about crushing the image of the beast, man. And this is the image of the beast. To love the white man is the mark of the beast. To love his woman is the mark of the beast. The white man is the beast. But God got your number. He gonna put you in a cage. Come on.
Let me ask you a question.
When nowadays I work hard on the job, till I come cross y'all, still like I'm a criminal. While I get caught, it could be your first charge. Like, man, you ain't getting the minimum. It gon' dip, squat, 5 mile run, pull, sit on, goddamn, get strong. Looking at my baby, trying to keep them doing wrong. It's too long for they grown, I can't leave them on their own. They killed Daddy like he had a 30-day case. The news covering up the story for what they say. It took me back to the time we lost Otis. Pretend my man